Yep, that's right. The Rivals devs are giving away free money to the community. Now, this free money is in the form of a 5% cashback via Aether bucks every time you purchase something from the store using a creator code, but that's still free money that'll add up. I mean, hey, that's a better deal than Chase Freedom Unlimited.
Cash backing.
That's pretty good. 2% cash back on all purchases?
It's actually 1.5.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's worse.
Keep that in.
Anyway, I will get into it deeper later at this timestamp right here, so you can skip ahead if you want to see how that works. Welcome to Recap of Aether, the one-stop shop to get a recap of what happened in the Rivals community in the past week or so. I'm your host, Both Players, and we got some exciting stuff this week, so let's get right into it. First up is patch 1.1.1. This is what I'm going to be calling the creator patch because it's all about the creator bundle and creator codes. Wow! That's right, the biggest thing in this patch is the introduction of the creator bundle right here, which has some pretty neat skins based on people from the community, creators from the community. For one, there is the Zetterburn skin Excalibur, which is a reference to a joke character that Alpharad made. So this is the main skin right here, very edgy, black and red like Shadow the Hedgehog. And this version of Excalibur is a reference to the Lovers of Aether direct that they did, where Alpharad actually voices Zetterburn.
It is I, Excalibur, from the 7th level of hell.
Here are some other alt skins. Blue, green, that's a normal one. Actually, I don't know why, I really dig this. I think it's just the green pants. I wear, okay, this is not information you need to know, but I wear green pants all the time, and so I just think green pants look good. So I just think Zetterburn looks good like this. The next skin is the Spangled Raster, which was a custom skin for Mango and Rivals 1, and now they brought it back to Rivals 2. So Mango doesn't really play Raster anymore. I think he says he just doesn't feel as good as he used to, so he plays mostly Zetterburn now. But here are the different alts for the Star Spangled Raster. Obviously, America, pretty neat. But not gonna lie, I think I like this like teal mint star one the most. It's very pretty. And lastly, the bundle includes a bunch of icons from our favorite creators. So this is an Amza icon. This one's for CDN the Third. The Excalibur one, Hungry Box icon. Coots, it's Coots. Yeah. One for Spargo, which is hilarious. Can't believe Spargo got into here. The Spangled Raster icon, and an icon for Wisely, our resident Rivals of Aether commentator. So now that's all handy and all, but what about the free money? What about the stuff with the creator code? Explain that to me. Okay. So this is how the creator code works. Basically, from what I understand, the way it works is that either you can press right here, support a creator, or go to the store, and every time you're about to purchase either like a bundle or some Aether bucks, when you click on the top right here, you will also have the support a creator button. Now here, all you have to do is put in a code. Now, normally, I would put my own code here to show you how it works. But the thing is, I was invited into the program, got a code, and then I was kicked out. You know why? Because I didn't have enough subscribers. What is that? So you know what? In order for me to get this code back, I need all of you to subscribe. Please, just go down there, go to that big subscribe button and press that button so that I can get my own creator code. But for now, we will give the code to someone else. Someone like LP. I mean, look at that face. I know that's just Poppy. I know that's just Maple's Poppy, but I love the vibe. So you know what? Just for that, LP, you're getting the code. So once you put in the code, you press confirm. Now a percentage of all your purchases will now go to LP or whoever you decide to support. So now you are currently supporting that creator for 14 days. Now if for some reason you want to stop supporting or you want to get another person in, all you have to do is enter a new code, or you can press clear to stop supporting this creator. But once you have a supporter code going on, all you have to do is purchase, and there you go. So now the creator gets a chunk of that. For this specific bundle, they get 25% for free. There you go, eat my money, LP. Take it. Yum, 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 yum. I hope you enjoy the money, because I can't. And you also get a 5% cash back yourself. So you get all these items. Wow, so neat, awesome. But you also get 100 Aether bucks for supporting a creator. You got free money. That's 100 Aether bucks I didn't have before, which is really great. So this is just a really awesome way to support your favorite creator, as well as get some free money for yourself. So if you plan to buy some bundles, you might as well support a creator while you're doing it. Next is the patch notes, which is generally just a bunch of hotfixes as well as a couple balance changes. Notably for Zetterburn, the aerial down special cancel window fastfall frame went from 27 frames to 14. The devs explained that locking Zetterburn out of fast falling for the entire cancel window was much more punishing than intended. Raster can now fast fall during the startup and looping active frames of neutral special. Fleet had a slight change to her up special so that the launch direction won't change if you hit an opponent, then release your joystick. Orkane's hurt boxes have been shortened a bit so they don't stick so low in his idle state. And Daedalus has gotten a bunch of small changes as well. Most notably, his roll speed has been increased so that they put a little bit more distance between him and his opponent. You can hit fall when armoring an attack with your forward air, which is kind of crazy. I think that's really sick. These changes are really interesting. Basically, your strongs, your forward strong and down strong have been buffed. So with forward strong, there is a slight buff to KO power because linking it into the final hit can be inconsistent, which I'll be real, that's an interesting change because they just made when it randomly hits, it hits harder. I played a little bit of Daedalus, and I will say the forward strong is a bit inconsistent. I think they probably just did this because they didn't know how to make it consistent yet, but I would venture to say that when they make it consistent, they might bring it back down. I'm not too sure though. The down strong sour spot knockback was also increased basically. Well, the base knockback has been reduced slightly while the knockback growth has increased at a different angle. This might make this move a bit less frustrating to land. Armored strong attacks no longer scale damage with charge. So the little spiky spikes that release after an armored strong attack will no longer get stronger as you charge. And there's a bunch of other bug fixes as well. So yeah, I kind of wanted to address the Daedalus complaints from the last video. I made a comment about this, but I think maybe one of the strategies that they are trying to do is starting Daedalus off a little weak so that if they think that he needs to be buffed up, they can do that comfortably. Because if they started him off really strong and realize he's too strong and overtuned and nerf him later, I think that would feel worse. Because that's kind of what happened with Fleet or Kane Rano. They were all very strong and arguably fun at a previous state, but because they were too strong and they got nerfed, a lot of people felt really bad about it. So I kind of like this philosophy. Next, in one of the bigger tournaments for Rivals of Aether, our boy Marlon won the tournament. Solo Daedalus all tournament, wins Frosty Faustings. Oh my god, this is crazy. I thought he thought that Daedalus was bad, but he wins with Daedalus? All right, a little misleading. He actually went Arcane most of the, I think the entirety of the tournament. He just went Daedalus for the final game 3 of these finals, because after losing 2 games, BioBurb decided to switch to Crag, and so Marlon switched to Daedalus. So does it really count? I don't know, but at the end of the day, he did win Frosty Faustings with Daedalus. So maybe Daedalus isn't so bad. Maybe it isn't so bad. The Daedalus propaganda is working. Low key though, what Marlon should have done is after he switched, stay on Daedalus and kept losing and lose the first set so that Dan is forced to buff Daedalus. But maybe he doesn't want a buff Daedalus, who knows. But if you want a recap of what happened throughout the entire tournament, our friend here, Proof Block, has a Frosty Faustings 2025 recap. In this video, Proof Block kind of does a wrap up of what happened in Frosty Faustings. He goes over top 48 characters, where Lox and Claren were, where Maple was, Raster and Crag, the top 8, Fleet and Arcane, and also how some of the other players did, like Doman, Zach, BioBurb, as well as Marlon, who was our Frosty Faustings champion. The next biggest tournament, I believe, is Genesis. So this is a tournament where Marlon will finally meet Cake Assault in a tournament setting, and we will see who truly is the best at Rivals 2. Speaking of Genesis, we actually reached 500 entrants for Rivals of Aether 2. And because we hit that goal, everyone who has entered will get free emotes. We don't know what the emote is going to be, but we'll be able to redeem it for joining Genesis. Unfortunately, it is too late to register for Genesis X2, So if you weren't able to get into the tournament, you won't get that emote. I'm not sure how exclusive it's going to be because Dan and the team says they don't want things to be too FOMO, but we shall see. Next up, if you are in North America, which I think is most of you, there is an online tournament happening this Saturday called the Coach Cup, co-hosted by Rivals Academy as well as Zeke Esports. Now, if you're unfamiliar, Rivals Academy is a Discord server specifically to teach people about how to play Rivals. It is somewhere where people of all skill levels can join and learn. There is a $200 prize pool as well as coaching prize bounties. So this tournament will be happening online, 4 p.m. Eastern time, that is 1 p.m. Pacific time, and 2 and 3 p.m. whatever else times you are in North America. These are the cash pricing for first, second, third, as well as bonus coaching prizes. Because Daedalus is a new character, the highest placing Daedalus will get coaching. Because this is fire themed, the highest placing fire character will get coaching, as well as the highest placing runner-up, aka second place. I don't really know why, I don't know why they worded it like highest placing runner-up. I guess it's to keep the highest placing theme going on here, but they could have just said second place. Either way, if you're interested in the competitive scene, I think this would be a really fun tournament to try out. It's completely free and you might win some cool prizes. Finally, we have an interesting announcement from the Rivals of Aether 2 team. The most exciting hour of television premieres in 2 days. Now, they posted this on January 29th, which is a Wednesday, so 2 days from that is a Friday, so I'm assuming this is Friday, January 31st. Now, Rivals of Aether 1 was famous for having their Rivals Direct on April Fool's Day every year. They haven't done that for Rivals 2, but from the looks of it, this seems to be a teaser for a direct-like video. Now, what I have to assume, because there's hearts in the background, and next month is February, which is Valentine's Day, this might be a Lovers of Aether themed update. We could be getting a bundle that is based around Lovers of Aether. We might be getting a bunch of skins in reference to Lovers of Aether, a bunch of icons. We'll have to wait and see. But what's really interesting about this teaser though is the fact that Orbi is here. So if you are unfamiliar, Orbi is the tutorial master of Rivals of Aether. They're wearing a little hat, which is kind of cute. But the fact that Orbi is even teased at all, I think indicates that they might also be showing some tutorial updates. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself because tutorial updates would be really sick, and they just had a beginner tutorial update in the last patch. But I don't know why else they would be teasing Orbi. So if I had to guess, I would maybe say that the intermediate and even the advanced tutorials will be probably given a launch date or maybe a launch range where it'll be live. I highly doubt that they're gonna have character specifics yet, but hey, maybe they'll surprise us. And finally, this isn't really news, but this is the only funny piece of Twitter content that I found. So I couldn't do an entire Twitter segment, but I just think this is so funny. I guess if you shield Maple's special getup at the ledge, it forces Maple to slip off and then maybe die. Yoda Cage says, so this isn't supposed to happen, right? But Dan says new feature unlocked, so maybe that's on purpose. Maybe it's on purpose. A Maple counter. Did we need it? Yes, I hate Maple. Now let's talk about all the YouTube videos that the community has posted. If you wanted to take a look at a bunch of different players play Daedalus, well, that's everywhere. But specifically, I wanted to point out Void's video. Void talks about the Daedalus update, and he also plays a bunch of Daedalus Dittos or Daedalus mirror matches with Larry Lur. I think it's just a lot of fun to see a platform fighting pro play with a character that they've never played with before. It's just super fun to see them discover parts about Daedalus. And I'll be real, it's also nice to see players have fun with Daedalus. The discourse with Daedalus was kinda not so stellar when he first launched. We also have Cody Schwab, aka IBDW, playing Daedalus as well. IBDW is a melee pro, so he's got a melee perspective on Daedalus, which is always interesting to listen to and watch. Next, if you were like both players, you did not get into the patch very deeply. You kind of just glossed over it. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go super deep into it. It's just a recap of what's happening. But if you want someone who did do that, you can check out Last Sock's video on patch 1.1.1. They go over in much more detail about all of the patch notes and what they mean. If you want to see Ludwig from Video Games play his video game, you can check out his VOD channel where he plays a silver level Loxodont. I'm not gonna lie, as a Loxodont main myself, it kind of pains me to see him play like this, but it's fun to see him react regardless. I mean, it really goes to show that you can have a lot of fun with this game at any level. If you were like, man, all I see is high level gameplay, I'm kind of roasting him for no reason. If you guys are also like silver, gold, and want to see gameplay around that level, then Ludwig's VODs is the way to go. Although, he says right here, time to hit platinum again for this game, and we all know that if he's serious about something, he'll get it. He got platinum in League of Legends. He might be platinum in Rivals of Aether soon. If you're a new player to this game and you're like, I like Daedalus, but how the heck do I play him? Well, last week I showed off Rapirez's Daedalus guide, but we got more from Last Stock. Another video from Last Stock. Last Stock is really pumping the content right now. Show some love, subscribe. I'm already subscribed. You subscribe too. And maybe even put his little code, Last Stock, into Rivals of Aether to support them. Lastly, we have the Loxodont meta discussion, volume 2 from Gekinga. Now this guy is a top Loxodont player, so he knows what he's talking about. As a Loxodont player myself, I love seeing what he has to say about Loxodont in the current meta. So in this video, even though he's slightly late, he goes over the changes in patch 1.0.5 and what that means for the Fire Tyrant himself. He goes over the side special nerf, the jab tipper nerf, the F-tilt buff, sweeping knockback buffs, the hit stun changes, and so forth, and what that means for Loxodont. So if you are a Loxodont player, and even if you are just another player who wants to get thoughts from a top level player about this game, this is a great video to take a look at. And finally, of course, your favorite part of this entire show. Maybe I should just make an entire new video about Reddit, but I'm not gonna. I'm too lazy. The Rivals of Aether Reddit recap. Actually, before we get into the Reddit part, I kind of want to show off something. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this sick? My wonderful, beautiful, talented girlfriend drew some Zetterburn fan art. She's actually going to be tabling at Genesis, and this is the first of a few pieces of Rivals of Aether art that she's going to make for the event. Look how sick he looks. He looks so freaking intense. These fires are so sick. This is incredible. So if you're gonna be at Genesis, you'll be one of the first to get this piece of art. Anyway, let's get into Rivals Reddit recap. Let's see what's going on in the past week. I'm gonna look at the top content of this week and then maybe go into more recent stuff right here. So first up, Not Serpent redrew the gang in the Rivals 2 style. Wow, this is kind of sick. It actually goes to show how much of the character design changed, not just from 2D to 3D, but like how they feel different. Crag is bulkier, Maple isn't as goofy looking. Actually, no shade to Dan for his designs, but not gonna lie, they all look real goofy. Except, actually Randall looks pretty sick, but that's goofy. These kind of goofy little guy, especially this, look how goofy he looks. Everybody is way cooler in Rivals 2. I will say this, Rivals 2, sick. And the people agree. Hey, that looks sick, well done. I'm still waiting on the Rivals 1 workshop to add Lox and Fleet. Oh, wait, that would be kind of cool. I think since Rivals 1 kind of is fundamentally a different game, there's still a lot to enjoy in that engine. I think a Lox in Rivals 1 engine will be kind of sick. Amazing work, especially with Lorena. Yeah, like the model that they gave in the Lorena announcement was a much more bulkier build, which really translates. I was really inspired by Jazix Zetterburn's raster. Jazix Zetterburn and raster, check them out. Oh, super fun. I love it when artists inspire each other. Yeah, look how goofy. They're just kind of stout. They look really goofy, but something about it is charming, for sure. Rivals 1.5 looking good so far. This was from 2002. This is from 2022. Oh my god, I'm late to the game. Holy. Who's the bug? He's cool as hell. It's Lorena. Yo, it's confirmed she's getting added. That's right, Lorena's added. I giggled because he said, that's Crag. He's cool as hell. I don't know what it is. Every time someone says something about bug and someone's like, that's Crag, that cracks me up. That freaking cracks me up. Crag is like, don't ever talk to me or my son ever again. Look at this. Look how big and beefy he is, and look how goofy this guy looks. Mewtwo King and my Rivals of Aether? Bing! Oh! Hey, that's an Edelus classic.
Yo, this up air is insane.
That's an Edelus classic. Up air. Oh! Disrespect! Look at his face! He loves it! Hey, looks like people like Edelus. The anti-Edelus propaganda is losing. We're seeing Edelus enjoyers now. That's my goat right there. Actually, that's a bear. Edelus gimping ability is actually goated in this game where recoveries are cracked. For real, he's the only one I can consistently edgeguard despite me having the least playtime with him. Glad he's having fun. I love edgeguarding with the bear. Yeah, I mean, that's the give and take with Edelus. Really good at edgeguarding, but also really good at getting edgeguarded. Very linear recovery, although very high so that you can constantly try to recover again and again. I think that's what makes Edelus pretty fair to play. I already like this one. These guys are just memeing on people. Guys, I'm leaving. First off, I was very optimistic about this game and I was really excited to play it. I was really excited to play it on release. Unfortunately, Edelus was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. His voice acting, design, and game feels so good, just too good. His lore and personality top notch. The Primal event is everything I ever wanted. It's just overwhelming. I'm not sure if I can ever come back and enjoy this great game again. The devs are transparent, listen to the community. That's not what I'm used to, so it makes me uncomfortable that they care about my opinion. This is so good. I'd highly suggest you try out Overwatch. You'll be glad to be treated like a living wallet and your opinion will likely not be considered. The need for consistency in life is important. Plus, even if you play poorly, you can just blame your teammates and never worrying about improving. That sounds great! Thank you for the recommendation. Hopefully kindness like yours doesn't exist there. It makes me uncomfortable being in a friendly community. I mean, this is silly, goofy posting, but hey, it's true. The devs care about this game and it feels good to be in this game. This is what I like to see! I like to see positive posting. No complaining about complaining posting. That's just double negative. I need some positive up in here. Here's a little clip, outplayed. Let's see how outplayed they are. Crag Ditto, we love those. Oh, what the freak is this? Hey, outplayed, baby. Dude, this is so funny. I think this is my favorite part about platform fighters is when people do goofy stuff like this. I keep saying goofy. Today's a goofy day. Instead of trying anything new, they just keep going for the bit. Roll, grab, roll, grab, roll, grab. 2 players, 1 brain cell. The best kind of clips. That's what I'm saying. You're cracked at the game. I don't like cracked. Oh, cracked. That's what they're saying. I'm stupid. How he hit anything after that is a wonder to me. I would have cried laughing and not be able to press another button. That's what I'm saying. I would not have been able to do anything. Ooh, 2 polar bears combine their powers to form a single brain cell. Another one of these. Oh, downer. Up. The double up B. I like that they released at the same time too. That's the other thing. Is that they both charged a little and then released at the same time to kill each other. Oh, and that was actually at the same time at the last stock, so the game reset itself. That's so funny. Now this bears saying, people have said this already, but it bears saying again. I think when sudden death happens like that, there needs to be a UI element that says sudden death, or like try again, or like something like that. Just so people understand what's happening. If you play long enough and understand that that's what happens, you get it, but like, I think it'd just be cool if there's a UI element. More Edelus clips. Let's go. Ooh, up tilted the grab. I didn't even think about that. I don't play Edelus, so of course not. Yo, what do you got? Ooh, down air. Okay. That was pretty sick. The finisher was a little late. You're kind of a little too tall there, and for some reason the blue Edelus did nothing. Could he not do anything? Was he a hit stun the whole time? I probably just didn't realize he couldn't jump again or something. But pretty clean. Goddamn, bro, the spirit of Edelus flowed within you. The spirit. Literally, Edelus' spirit was flowing in you. Just saying, Aether Studios, it is the year of the snake. It's the year of the snake, that's right. Elenia, the snake of Rivals of Aether. She must be coming this year. She must be. But actually, she probably isn't. Daedalus is released. There's probably only going to be one more character from Rivals 1, and 2 of the other characters are going to be new. So unless Elenia takes that other spot, which I'm not too sure she will, it's going to be tough. But we'll see. You and the snake fact guy, we're going to be in for the long haul. Let's see what the people say. They need to release that plush. It's my favorite one. I missed out on buying her. That's right, buy this plush. It's so freaking hilarious. A snake in a mech? Why? Year of the Snake doesn't end February 17th next year. They could release her next January. Oh, now you're thinking. Now, what is this? Chicken? What is Ew! Ew! That's maybe the grossest mod I've ever seen in my life. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. What can I get it? True. There are mods for this game, and if you want cooked raster, if you want a freaking cooked chicken, oh, ew! There's a cooked chicken and raw chicken right here. This is disgusting. I hate it. And hot chicken. I hate this. I hate this a lot, actually. He's so cooked. True. He's getting cooked. Raster is so cooked. This is what Raster will look like after the devs finally finish with all the nerfs they have planned. Dude, at the last patch, we have the cooked patch. This is what Raster's ultimate form. Dude, I hate him walking on the bones. That's making me very disturbed. So the game is still 25% off. It'll be 25% off until February 4th. So if you have yet to grab the game, what are you doing? Go get it! It's such a fun game! Useless information about entrance animations. Wow, I love useless information. Zetterburn, Claren, Rano, and Fleet are invulnerable during their entrance animations. Every other character remains vulnerable. Weird. Yeah. This has no practical application. That is strange. If you don't know, in training mode you can see the hurt boxes, and during their animation, it's blue, which means it's invulnerable. But for the other guys, it's green. Why? This must be something. This has to be a secret code, which is why these characters are so good and these characters are so bad. One day they'll ask this at trivia night. Can you imagine? You go to a bar and it's Rivals of Aether trivia night, and they're like, which characters have invulnerable hurt boxes during their entrance animations? Next. I love this game. The sub is negative. I already looked at this. This was last week. Things are different. Everyone's lover now. Everyone loves Rivals of Aether. Get out of here. You're too negative. Adam Kara's Daedalus review. Oh yeah, if you are unfamiliar with Adam Kara, he was a OG Rivals of Aether 1 content creator. Made a lot of great videos. So this is just a really interesting perspective. Video is too long for me to watch right now. But from what I understand, he is part of the Rivals 1 train, where he thinks the Daedalus's transition to Rivals 2 made him less fun to play. Which again, I think it does make sense because Daedalus from Rivals 1 was a different engine, yes, but felt a lot more expressive. He was a lot more free to do things that he wanted to do, while in this game he's locked out of certain things. But yeah, here are the opinions of the other Redditors, even though I didn't watch the video, so I don't have my own opinion. Give the polar bear back his movement. That seems to be the biggest complaint, that his movement was cut. You know us platform fighters, we love our movement. Looking at Rivals 2 movement side by side with Rivals 1 movement is depressing. He's so slow now. Yeah, that's really depressing. Daedalus is such a fun character in Rivals 1, and it comes back purely to the insane ground movement. I get that dash attack with the option to wave dash grab is pretty insane neutral option, but surely there was a way to balance it without completely gutting the entire thing that made the character fun to play. Ooh, hot take. Daedalus starting out weak is a good thing. Now this is a take that I mentioned before actually. I tend to agree. Let's see what he has to say though. I think it's better that he is now underpowered than too strong. It will have a better impact on the game because we as a community can give feedback on where he needs to be stronger. That's a little bit more basic than what I thought that you would have, but that's, yeah, sure. I can kind of see what OP is trying to say. I like that he had a bunch of paragraphs compared to this 2-sentence explanation. I can kind of see what OP is trying to say, but I think the way Daedalus is bad is really frustrating. A few examples of how bad his hitboxes are compared to his hurtbox. I think the biggest offenders are probably his up tilt and grab. For his up tilt, he almost never hits anyone behind him, which kind of matches the animation, but even when they are on top of you, it really doesn't hit anything. Yeah, I agree, but I think that is because of the both the animation and, I don't know, I guess the way that they balanced it so it doesn't hit both sides. On the other hand, if Aether is back to back against most characters, his hurt box extends way past his collision, so he can get grabbed from behind because his butt sticks out. I didn't even think about that, that's right. He's a long character, he's a wide character. Similar situation with his grab, not only is it really short, but he swings upward to grab, so it oftentimes whiffs against crouching opponents like Rando. Oh, I didn't know that. If that's true, that's pretty crazy. There would be some interesting interactions if you had the trade-off of using it to grab people in the air, but the range is so short that it gets beat out by almost any aerial. There are other things like how F smash doesn't combo into a strong hit very well, or the fact that down smash randomly has a super weak sour spot in the middle, which makes me yeah, not gonna lie, that weak sour spot for down smash, I do not understand. That is one thing I will agree with the Aether haters. I don't know why that exists. It's down smash. It should be strong. Or at the very least, send at a different angle. I don't know, it's crazy. I love Aether's overall design, but there's just some small details that create situations where you feel unrewarded for plays that should be winning. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, I mean, I'll just echo what I said before. I think the philosophy is less so that they're making him weak on purpose to compensate for other stuff. I think they're starting him out as a weaker character so that when they buff him, it feels better than starting him off too strong, realizing he's completely busted, and then nerfing him. Because a character like Aether, the nerfs and buffs would be to the movement, right? Is wave dash out of dash attack into a grab on shield, is that too strong? I think it's a little too risky to start off that strong, because then the fun of it would be taken away. But what do you guys think? I don't know. I'm just a platinum Loxodon player. Thank you, dev team. Wow, yeah, retroactive, get all the arcade mode stuff. You got so many things. Amazing. The release of Aether makes me miss character specific rankings. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm on your side. Usually when a new character releases in other fighting games, I try to see how far I can take them in ranked, which isn't really an option. Another thing I noticed is that after the first day, I barely seen any other Aether players in the ranked. Usually when a new character releases in Street Fighter 6, ranked is filled with people trying to go as far as they can, but people are discouraged because they don't want to tank the rank they grinded for, which is a shame. I definitely agree. I want to play Aether against players of my skill level, but yeah, I kind of don't want to, if I play Aether in a bunch of ranked, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to probably low gold. And then if I want to climb back up, it's not fair to the low gold players to play against me, who is a low plat player. I'm just gonna crush them when I go back to Loxodon. And it seems like they are philosophically against the idea of purely individual character ranks, but hopefully a more robust version of ranked comes soon, because I would love to try to grind out other characters. This is just me, I like playing variety of characters. One of my favorite parts about Smash Ultimate was getting all the characters into Elite Smash. It's just something to do when I'm bored on the weekend, you know what I mean? I agree about wishing the game had individual ranks. I'm pretty bad at the game, but in general, I want to be able to test characters out in a ranked environment without feeling like I'll get punished for it. Yeah, exactly. Aether, by his own nature and by the gimmick, design, philosophy of the game itself, is a difficult character to pick up. His movement is very weird. Wave dash out of dash attack is a unique movement mechanic for a lot of platinum fighters in general. Not to mention, he's a heavyweight made to be combo food. Honestly, I think they're trying to say that Aether is just a weak character and that's why they are not in ranked. But I think unless you're an Aether player from Rivals 1, it's gonna be really difficult for you to decide to play Aether over your main in ranked. Unfortunately, I know the reality should be that you shouldn't care about ranked too much. It's just a number. It's just an abstract representation of how good you are. Sure, but what how they actually play is that they care about their numbers. All right, that's human nature. Number feel good. So I think giving an opportunity to have some sort of separate character ranks is something that I think they should do. I would love for them to tell me why they wouldn't do that otherwise, but for now, this is one aspect that I don't really agree with. Now let's see what the best of Rivals of Aether probably today has to offer. The Aether mating ritual. Why is this red? Why is this player red? What? What is going on here? Sorry, I'm getting tripped up by this. this feels wrong. This is the Reddit player right here. What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, up air? A B? Up air? Is this the rating ritual? The up air, up B? That's so funny. No! Oh, that's so good. This game has some really good mirror matches. Some really good dittos. Endless bug. Frozen enemies falling from a pillar. Oh, let's see what the bug is. If you freeze an enemy on the pillar and it breaks, oh, they get out of ice. Oh, but they have... Whoa. But they have the ice armor on still? Oh, that's so interesting. To clarify, when a frozen enemy falls from a pillar breaking, they appear to be immune to knockback until they are out of their pratfall state. Cost me a match. Whoa. Yeah, that's so interesting. I guess this would only happen in this matchup. Or, I guess, doubles. That's an interesting bug. Well, hopefully they fix it before Genesis. Otherwise, crags are gonna be living forever. Oh, okay, here's a video I missed. I made a tutorial for the most unintentionally gatekept tech in Rivals Melee that top players used to be that much faster. Okay, so this is an interesting little video. Stop being tech chased. I hate being tech chased. Well, hey, if you hate being tech chased, maybe this is the video for you. Can anyone, yeah, me right now. Can anyone summarize? I'm at work, I can't watch the video right now. TLDR, Wiggle Out of Tumble is really good and people don't use it enough. He's really good and he uses it a lot and shows how for anyone who doesn't know. Wiggle Out of Tumble is making yourself actionable without jumping, attacking, or air dodging. Oh, okay. Right, so out of tumble, instead of doing all this stuff, you can wiggle. Wiggling the left stick in any direction once hint stun is over. Though left and right is generally best to avoid accidental fast falls. Oh, so you can wiggle to be actionable earlier and get reversals on the opponents and act faster out in trades. Oh, wow. Well, this is good to know. I mean, hey, this guy probably explains it way better. So if you want to check out the best tech that no one ever talks about, check it out on YouTube. Look that up. Look up the best tech that no one ever talks about. You'll probably find it. Day 24 of posting snake facts until Elenia gets announced. Brother, how many snake facts do you have? How much longer can you go? The tentacled snake is a native of Southeast Asia and the only species in the world to possess twin tentacles on its snout. These tentacles are a sensory organ that help him see in the murk of the rice paddies, rivers, and lakes it calls home. Wow, that's a fun fact. I'm having so much fun. Never stop, you are appreciated. It's true. Upvote, give me those snake facts. Weight and fast fall speed chart, Edalus update. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy, you're putting a queso tier. You're ridiculous. But this is interesting to see. So Edalus, as of right now, is the third heaviest behind Crag and Loxodont. I didn't realize that Orcane, Zetterburn, and Forsburn aren't that much lighter than the heavies. I wonder how much these values affect the kill percents. Rivals 2 ranked ELO distribution website. Whoa! Someone made a website for the ELO, for ranked distribution. Hey, I previously posted graphs for the current ranked ELO distribution, so I created a website where the current data for all time or previous 7 or 28 days are visualized. Though I am a developer, not a web developer, the front end might not be that optimized, especially on mobile. This is just for fun. Oh, I love it. I love how the different graphs there are too. Yeah, I'll check my ELO. I'm at like 1109 or something. Compare. I'm above average. Let's go. Let's go above average. Top 6.45%. I wonder what if I put like 1500. Okay, it would have also said above average. I'm gonna say, that's very above average, but just above average is good. I'm a top 6%er, let's go! Orcane surprised me, I didn't expect to love him. Oh, another video that I missed. I'd be missing videos, you guys. Good thing we do this Reddit part, huh? So it looks like a video of Tuesday-tastic, who I'm not too familiar with, playing Orcane and seeing if that is the character that they want to play as. Okay, so they did commentary on Heatwave, so they seem to be part of the community I'm just not familiar. What a fun little series that they're gonna do. But that's about it for this video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back sometime, maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks, who knows. And again, if you enjoyed this video and you wanna help me get into the creator program, just 1,000 subs, you guys, just 1,000. Click that subscribe to let me know that this is something that you wanna keep track of. I see the stats. 90% of you aren't subscribed. That's a lot of the percent. Let's bring that down a little, huh?